Hi guys, this is FFAN 16, and this is a follow-up to the Digimon Con that happened on Saturday, and my thoughts and experiences with it. Also, to go over who the new developer is for Digimon Survive. Witchcraft is no longer the development team for Digimon Survive. We learned that a new team has been brought on through Digimon Con by the interview with Kazumasa Habu. He went on to say that they do not have a release date because they had to bring it to another development team to work on the game. So it hasn't been canceled. We don't have to worry about that, but we do have to wait a little longer, is what he's asking. What they did do is they went through a bit of the game. He showed some of the characters and the mechanics with the phone and how the phone is very important with finding different elements within the text-based adventure. And then he went over a bit of the tactics gameplay. So we did get a little bit more news in regards to the gameplay of Digimon Survive. And he also went through how they are not really in the development or thought patterns of looking at the older games of Digimon, like Digimon World 1, 2, 3, some of the DS games. But if we want it enough, maybe they'll think about it. So this is where us fans need to raise our voice. I don't care if we use Twitter or whatever means possible to let Bandai Namco know that we want the older games that are extremely hard to find and play on other platforms remastered. Like, I don't even want you, personally, I really don't care if they do a remake. I would like a remaster at least for newer gen consoles. The Switch would be an amazing console for the original Digimon World games. I understand some of the DS games are really hard to take the mechanics of and put them on a system that doesn't have dual screens. But if Square Enix can do it for Dream Drop Distance and The World Ends With You, I know Bandai Namco can do it for the Digimon games. They just need to know it's financially feasible for them to do so. The reason why I use quotations there is because it seemed every time a topic came up about a new game or a remaster of old games or simply just getting done Digimon Survive, finances was his number one thing that he liked to talk about, which is understandable. They are a company, but in the end, you need to see into the future of what customers want. So, us as customers, as people who love Digimon and want to get new people into Digimon, we have to let them know we want these games, these older gen games on newer gen hardware. So if you guys want to come over to Twitter with me, I think I'm going to start a new hashtag and maybe it will go viral because that was another thing that was annoying about Digimon Con. We'll go into that in a second. And let's show Bandai Namco how much we want this back catalog of Digimon games at least considered or even proposed as remasters for the next generation. If remasters are possible, if the assets just aren't there, maybe remake is the only way that they can go about it. Another thing about Digicon that was slightly annoying was their obsession with hashtagging Digicon throughout the 6 hours. Every second they made sure that you knew that you could use their hashtag, and they were very, very enthusiastic about making it go viral. I was there to enjoy the con. I didn't quite enjoy too much how much they were focused on their Twitter presence, but I'm not too big on Twitter except for my channel. And I'm just missing the very importance of having that presence on Twitter. I wanted to focus more on the con and less on its presence in social media. Besides that, the one things that were positive from the con is the hosts were enjoyable for the most part. They were entertaining, again, a little annoying with the hashtag, but they weren't dry, and that's what you need for hosts for a virtual con, in my opinion. What I also really liked was the Digimon card game tournament. That speaks con to me. That was really nice, and I enjoyed watching the car battles between the US team and the Japanese team. I myself am a Digimon card collector, and I really wish I had more ability to play the game. So to watch other players and their strategy, I really enjoyed that. The last thing I want to talk about in regards to Digimon Con, and then we'll get into the developer of Digimon Survive, is that the panels were a little dry. They really didn't get too much new information that we didn't already know about, or learn anything in regards to where they were really expecting to go with the franchise. Besides the fact that the Digimon Adventure 2 movie is about to come out, which is amazing, and one new announcement that I was hoping for and was a really nice treat to hear about was Digimon Adventure 2020 is getting an English dub done. I believe it's a dub, yes. An English dub done, and no date. Again, no presentation of a date when to expect this dub, but at least we know that they're considering really pushing this out to the West and making it more accessible for English watchers. All right, guys, so I wanted to go over to the Digimon Survive official website. And the reason why I want to go there is they have changed it up since Digimon Con. They now show the new developer, and there's a bit more new parts of the page that I want to go over. All right, guys, here we are. We're back on the official Digimon Survive Bandai Namco webpage. The last time we were here, the developer was Witchcraft. If you head down here, there's going to be these new HUD panel that they didn't have before. I don't believe these dots were here before the last time we had showcased this on the channel. But as you can see here, the new developer is Hyde. I've never heard of Hyde before, but I have looked them up, and they have made some respectable, or at least games I've heard of, unlike Witchcraft, which I've never heard of before, and very little online presence. Hyde at least has a business page. I can go to it. I can see what they've done. I can see what type of company they are. I trust them a little bit more as being a legit developer than I did with Witchcraft. I just really couldn't find anything online in regards to that development company. But the release date is still sticking at 2022. So I'm thinking here Bandai Namco really wants this game to come out this year. I'm hoping Hyde can live up to this expectation, as we've been waiting since 2018, I believe. You guys are going to correct me in the comments if I'm wrong. Please do. But I think they're really putting the pressure on Hyde to meet that 2022 date by keeping it here on the website. There is now a video here, which it's got a new play feature. We've got more availability on, and again, the 2022 marker is still there. This is new. These key features, they're going over the anime style and graphics. Gorgeous. I don't know if I could click on these. It doesn't look like it. Darker stories with friendship. They really stressed that this game is going to be more mature than the previous games. I believe there's about 113 Digimon, or roughly that is what the producer said is going to be showcased within Digimon Survive. He did state something very important, which I believe is true. He will have known Digimon in there to attract non-fans, something that's familiar like Agumon and Gobblemon, something that's just really recognizable as Digimon. And then he's gonna have Digimon in there that only us seasoned fans will recognize and kind of fawn over. He didn't want to put in all unknown Digimon, or Digimon that only seasoned fans would know, because that would really alienate or not bring in those new or casual Digimon players. I'm just happy to get a Digimon game that is unique. So whatever you'd like to do, just give me this game. Get that development done. The story that evolves following the character choices and actions, your relationship with the other characters, the use of your cell phone. Again, it looks like they're really pressuring for the cell phone being the main mechanic in the text-based adventure to find missing clues and to help you continue on with the main story. Enjoy this RPG's combat with over 100 Digimon. Again, in Digimon Con, he said there'll be roughly around 113. Now, this doesn't mean that in the future there might not be some DLC to add more Digimon to the game, but there has been no mention of possible DLC. This is just a speculation on my part. Here, this is really fancy and new. I swear the website didn't look like this last time we were here. They're really showcasing the individual characters and, of course, your main character with the goggles and Agumon. Each character has their own unique personality that is mirrored with their partner Digimon. So it goes into some detail in regards to each character and their Digimon partner. If you guys would like to read this, it's all here, a little bit more detailed than it was before. And then this is the old stuff that was here prior, except for now they have the Digimon Con Games Unlimited Information and Question and Answer section. Now, this is the area that you might want to come and read and catch up on what was said during the Digimon Con. I want to take you over to the new developers website and let's see what type of games Hyde has worked on in the past. All right, guys, sorry about the bright light. It is a very white, bright page we're on. All the sources to this video are down in the description below if you'd like to go check out this website. This website is 100% in Japanese, so if you are looking at this on Chrome, you could right-click and translate to English. That's what I've done here, so you could kind of read on what's going on the website a little easier if you can't read or understand Japanese. So let's look at some of the PS4 games that this developer has worked on. Code Realize, Banquet of Saihong. Code Realize series, I'm familiar with that name, so that's interesting. They've worked on it in 2017. Letter Root Letter, and that looks to be all the ones that I'm kind of familiar with. There's another Code Realize. Let's see what they worked on the PlayStation Vita. Charade Mechanics, not familiar. Color X Malice, anything here? Nothing here. Secret Fragments, Memories. Really, wow, they are really, really huge on the handheld market scene. 8 pages, so you know they're used to making smaller games that go on smaller platforms. Anything for the Switch. If it's going to be anything, people are going to know what it is on the Switch here. I'm going to leave this up here just in case I need to switch back and forth. Disney Tum Tum Festival. Yes, we're in great hands. Clock Zero, interesting. These are like those games that don't get like AAA bill, but they come out and are like maybe $29.99 to $49.99, and they're just maybe fun to pick up. Anything else here? Oh, they got another page for the Switch. Let's check that out. Yeah, no, the Tum Tums is the only one that looked familiar to me. And anything? Nope. Yokai Watch World. Okay, so they've worked on yokai, so they're very familiar with kind of those pet slash monster genre games. So I guess that's a bonus. Full Scale Unicorn Gundam. Oh my goodness, there we go. Excellent hands here, guys. A lot of mobile. They like to do their small game development by the looks of it. So here you guys go. This is their main page of their website, and it's just showcasing some of the games that they are the developers for. So if any of these look familiar, this is the company that has now taken over the development of Digimon Survive, and I'm just happy they have an online presence for me to come and get to know them as a developer, because Witchcraft did not have that I can find. And trust me, I was looking, and I'm not that good with digging in and finding old stuff, but I couldn't find anything in regards to that development company. Hyde at least has a presence. They have a game I've at least heard of. I've not played, but I've heard of Rune Factory. And that at least gives me some confidence that they're able to not only develop the game, but deliver it to Bandai as a working piece of code so that they can bring this game to fruition. I wish they would have moved it over to a new developer sooner, because now we have to wait longer because they're going to have to see what they could salvage of the stuff that was done by Witchcraft. We got no information from the producer as to what was usable and what wasn't, and how far back they had to start from scratch. All right, guys, there you go. That was a quick little rundown in my thoughts in regards to this year's Digimon Con. Also, Digimon Survive and its new developer, and how they've updated the website finally, and we can go to the developer's website to see what they have currently worked on in the past. My final verdict in regards to Digimon Con is it's their first year. I'm honestly happy they are doing stuff for Digimon finally. Should there be another Digimon Con? Yes! Yes, there should be. Should they find a way to better refine it so that we get better information and it's not 6.5 hours long or 6 hours long? Yes! That 6-hour long con could have been done in roughly 3 hours and given us the same information and been really, really sleek. They just got to really figure out what they want to present at these cons and involve their audiences more. Hopefully in the future, when everything's settled down around the world here with everything, we might have some in-person availability to go to these cons, with being able to watch it online if you can't make it there personally. But for now, Bandai Namco, please don't stop doing these cons. Just find out what worked and what didn't work and refine it for next year. The one thing I would suggest personally for me is please provide us with more stable and solid information, and information we want to hear, not information we already know. You got to be able to tell us something to keep us hyped and going in regards to future products and current products that are in the woodworks. As for Digimon Survive, I'm super happy that they are committed to finishing this game, that they finally got a developer that I can go and get familiar with and recognize some of the games that they themselves have done in the past. What are your guys' thoughts on the new developer for Digimon Survive? How are you feeling in regards to Digimon Con if you did watch it? Thanks for those who did join me on Saturday during those 6 hours. You guys are amazing. And I just really appreciate the support, and I look forward to bringing you more Digimon news as it comes out, guys. Thanks so much. Like, subscribe, hit that subscribe button, guys. We're so close to that 1,000 mark, and that is my biggest goal that I want to reach at this moment on this platform, and, you know, bringing the best quality I can for you guys. Hit that notification bell. Again, YouTube doesn't like informing people when videos go live, so that notification bell could be your friend in letting you know when I got new content hitting the channel. Have a great evening, guys, and as always, happy gaming!